Crazy how Renault chose to chip out on this car by providing an AUX option with no AUX port to plug in. And not only that, they chipped out as well on the rear speakers by, what is this? Just providing a rear speaker hole with no speakers in it. I'm not standing for that. And today, we're going to fix those two things and then maybe something extra. I'm sick and tired of having to use this FM transmitter to play music every time I need to play music in this car. So we're taking matters into our own hands today. I'm installing an AUX cable and then we are fixing that rear speaker. I got this kit from eBay and hopefully it's the solution to our problem. That little spot there next to the yellow plug seems like where this goes into, somewhere like this. If you're going to do this and you have a Renault Clio, let me give you a quick tip. Make sure to slide the both of them together first before you slide them both into the hole. So that's what I did. And now I can slide them into the hole and it works. All connected in. Let's test it out before we slide the radio back in. Oh. Hey. Yes, sir. Back in, and I basically routed the AUX cable here, so it sits next to the glove box. And for now, because this is where I keep my phone, I can, have it just somewhere around here. For now, we'll find something permanent. But for now, the music works. Let's move on. For the rear speakers that Renault decided not to include, I've got this kit from eBay as well, and eBay is always coming clutch. Big ups to eBay. This is a JVC speaker kit, and it comes with 4 speakers, 2 of which I'm going to put in the rear here, and it also comes with adapters. So basically what this does is this clips into the speaker itself behind here, and this one, oh sorry, my bad. This clips into the speaker here, and this adapter basically goes into this place, and that's job done. So simple. I don't know why Renault decided to chip out on that, but anyways, let's get to work. I've just slid this in now. This is too fat to sit in this bit, so I'm just gonna connect it by hand first here, and now I can screw this in. The only thing is, will this rattle in there or no? I guess there's only one way to find out. And then this goes in here and covers it up. Let's get to work as well for the other side. And it's a simple case of pulling this out. And yeah, it's the same thing. Big hole. This is like one of the easiest things I've done so far. This just goes here, connect it up. Yeah, because this comes with 4 ends, what I've just done is I just bent this side here in, and then I can screw it in. Job done. For now, I'm gonna leave this way, but if there are any rattling sounds, I'll come back to it, put like a foam surround and maybe tie up that connector somewhere here. But for now, this is job done. And I can cover this back up. So rear speakers completed and everything works well. And you know what? I'm in a good mood. I thought, why not change the 2 front speakers as well? So let's do that. Pull this out and expose the speakers. The nut is even rotting out inside there. Okay, old speakers out. Yeah. Seems like job done, and I've had to bend this side just like I did the other side, just so it fits into this spot here. Now for the passenger side, let's do the same thing as well. Get this out, unscrew. Lovely. Easiest job of my life, easiest. For it to fit properly, I did some kind of modifications on the other side, so I'm going to do the same here as well. Break off this corner piece here. First speaker's done now. It's time to test. Let's go. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. Moving on, now that the speakers are done, let's move on to the next install, and it's basically interior footwell lights. I like to do this little mod on every car I've owned because for me, it's just nice to have, you know, it's just one of those personal preferences. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I managed to hide the wires, because I get loads of comments asking, you know, how I routed the wires, how I hid it properly. And today I'm going to be addressing all of that, because you can apply this method to literally any car that you own. But yeah, let's get on to it. No much talk, no long talk. The kit I'm going to be using is from Govee, and it's basically your LED strip light that goes into your footwell. Also, it comes with this cigarette adapter. You can just plug this in here, and yeah, you know, it works properly. And then all you have to do then is channel all of this under your footwell. But that's too simple, that's too easy. We're not going to be doing that. I'm going to be snipping this off, and we'll be making use of a fuse tap to ensure that the wires are like properly hidden, and I'll carry you along how it goes. But yeah, let's get to it. We've already agreed we're not using a cigarette fuse lighter, so bye fuse lighter. So that's cut off now, and we've got two wires in there, red and black. Red is the live and black is the ground. So what we're going to do now is connect the red to this fuse tap and then ground the black somewhere in the car. So this is just step one. I've connected the red one, the red live wire, to the fuse tap, and then the black one needs to go to a ground. This fuse tap basically goes into one of the fuses that we're going to pick. I'll show you one we're using soon, and then we need to like put some fuses here as well. We need to identify where we need to plug this fuse into, and here's my fuse box here, and I've identified that this window regulator goes on and off when the ignition is turned on. So right now, testing it, ignition on, it gives me 11.7 volts. Ignition off now, 0 volts. So that's a very good candidate there. Right, so first test, I've put the 25 amp and the 2 amps. The 2 amps is for the LED, and then the 25 amps is for the window regulator. So basically, this now goes into that fuse box there. I'll put it properly, but that goes in there, and then we can test if the lights work and the regulators also work. But basically, I've also used like a makeshift ground point for now. So quick test with the new fuse tapping, we can see that that works, and for the regulator continues working as well. So basically we've just tapped current from the regulator, and all we've got to do now is tighten everything up, make sure everything is hidden, and we can check the final results. So this is the ground wire, and I've connected it to this little thingy that I can use to put right into that hole there and then keep that there. So that's permanently grounded. And of course, this is the live wire that's coming from the fuse box, so that's still connected there. So we're all done now, and beautiful. That's the hub there, and that's obviously the ground. Every other thing is hidden. You can barely see any wires that connect the LED lights. It's the same for the other side as well. Everything is basically hidden. And the best part of this is that it comes with an app, so I can basically use the Govee app to control whatever color I want it or however I want it. That's one of the most beautiful advantages of this. And with ignition off, it goes off, so no battery drain. That's beautiful. We're gonna come back and check this out, how it looks once it's night time. But for now, that is job done. Absolutely love how it looks, and basically with the app I can change it to whatever color I want. You know, whatever color I choose, That's beautiful. Kind of like this red. I think I might leave it red for now because it kind of matches with this light itself of the car. But yeah, everything looks so nice, and there are no wires, there are no clutters. Literally so nice. Yeah, I can't lie, I'm absolutely stoked with how the footwell lights turned out. They're really nice, and we've done the AUX, we've also done the speakers. So right now, interior wise, it's kind of nice to drive. You know, you're just listening to jams, you know, especially in the night, just little ambience, just a sprinkle of ambience. Nice, I can't complain. I'm really happy with that. But for a car that was this close to getting scrapped to what it is now, I'm happy with that. I'm 100% happy with like the progress we're making. Little by little, we're getting there. By the way, thanks for asking anyways. My weekend was fine. I went to see the boys at Etihad. We did win over Salford, so yeah, I'm popped with that. Yeah, I'm happy. Also, the max speeding rods coilover kit. In the last video, I did say I wasn't able to use the dampers that came with the max speeding rod kit because the shaft of the damper itself was just too... Big pause. The shaft was just too thick to go into the top mount. So but basically, I shaved off the inner diameter of the top mount, and then they were able to like slide in and out. So pause. Yep, still need a little bit more. We had that installed now, and it looks really nice. I think the stance would do better with bigger wheels. I said that the last video, but of course that's not priority for now. These wheels work fine, but we're still looking for like a 16-17 inch wheel to just, you know, dial everything properly. In regards to the garage, I feel like they're fobbing me off, you know. I still haven't heard anything back from them. They've just been quite elusive, and I don't know. I don't like, to be fair, like they're not too far away from where I live, and I've been looking for like a small garage that I could actually just, you know, like just pop in and out. I don't have to like think of a whole day logistics just to get a car to the garage and stuff like that. So I don't really want to like burn that bridge yet. So, but still, like, I'm still kind of pissed off that they just, you know, going left and right. They're not really giving me any concrete. For the past couple of weeks now, they've been saying they're trying to get in contact with the painter and someone who's going to sort that stuff out. But every time I call, they're like, I'll give you a call later once everything is sorted. I still never get a call back. I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is anyways. It's just one of those things, but still, I'm not going to get worried about that. That's just going to be the way it is right now. But for now, again, I'm so stoked with how well we've moved from a car that was this close to being scrapped to where it is now. And I feel like it can still and always will get better. So you let me know what you think in the comment section. Also, if you haven't seen the series, we've been building up like a series right from when I got the car up until now. I have a playlist on my channel, so if you want to like catch up on all the old videos, I'm going to include the playlist as well in the description of this video, so make sure to like, you know, follow up and all that. But as always, yeah, still let me know what you think in the comment section. What should we do next to the Clio? I'm thinking black headliners and maybe Starlight, maybe. I've not done that before, but like every other thing that I've done on this channel is something I've not done before, and I feel like we can take that on. Yeah, if I just feel like it would be nice to, you know, maybe a little bit gimmicky, but definitely would be fun to do, you know, like that's starlights and little thing. But you let me know what you think in the comment section anyways. Thanks again for liking, for dropping comments, for sharing. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, and it doesn't cost anything. It's just a little welcome. Click that button so you don't miss out any videos on the Clios. But oh my god, who is this guy? I get what you're doing. I wish that was me, but like, come on. I'm trying to film, yeah. Anyways, as always, if you found this video helpful or you have any questions or comments, just make sure to drop in the comment section, and also follow me on Instagram, Your Average Brother. I would reply, I would drop a comment, I would help out if you ever need any help in regards to any of the things that we've done in any of these videos. Also subscribe. Again, I'm saying it again, subscribe and subscribe and subscribe so you don't miss out future episodes on the Clio, because we've still got like loads of things to do to this Clio. Like we're not even 30% done yet, you know. So yeah, don't miss out on all of that. Hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.